But I want to compliment Gen Z on a couple things. One, well, this isn't really anything to do with them, but they're huge. They're a third of the world's population.
Yeah.
They represent 1/3 of the world. You have to really think about that for a minute. 8 billion humans on this planet, and 1/3 of them fall in a range of 12 to 26. That's phenomenal. They are in America, it's 70 million Americans are Gen Z. So they're big. They're very influential. They're running into the next 2 years having more money, more disposable money than they've ever had. So they'll be able to buy the Starbucks and buy the designer purses and to, buy the nicer things in life. And what goes with that is the challenges that we talked about when we were designing the app, Brian, is that relationship with money is something that we'll talk about in a minute. But Gen Z is the first generation of all time. And when I first saw the statistic, I did my research on Gen Z when I was designing the app, as you well know. I wanted to become an expert in Gen Z. And one statistic that really jumped out at me was this next one, is Gen Z is the very first generation of all time to have their number one New Year's resolution be mental health.
Wow.
Think about that.
Yeah.
So we have this tidal wave of the largest generation in human history coming at us. They're statistically the most depressed, the most anxious, the most lonely generation. You talked of something, and I thought of purpose and meaning when you talked about something you said a few minutes ago. So we know that they're a large generation. We know that they have all these challenges. And we'll talk about the causes in a minute, but we know the symptoms. Symptoms are sleeplessness, maybe putting, overweight, unhealthy eating, too much sugar, toxicity in relationships and what you see on media, social media, especially. But, it's like the fact that they want help, I think we owe it to them, Brian. I think 24/7 DCT, Brighton, all the companies out there that really want to move the needle here and really make a difference. I think we need to build the systems and processes to invest and support that generation that is asking for help, and not just asking for help. They are actually getting help. 37% of Gen Zers reached out to get mental health treatment over 2021, 2022, 37% increase.
Wow. Yeah.
You start putting the math together. You're like, wow, this is a big generation. It's an important generation for the future of humanity. They're inheriting all this.